Thanks everybody for coming. My name is John Yeoh. I'm a part of CSA, and I'm here to thank you for coming to this fantastic event. We've had 2 full days, countless threats, more than one time where I thought, oh my gosh, we're all doomed. But to be fair, if we learned anything, it's that as technology, as our systems evolve, so do we. And we'll continue to do that, sharing things with each other, chatting with each other. The recap that I wanted to share, which I thought was really interesting, is I kind of got a piece as things were going along of just what themes were appearing as they came up too. And so I wanted to start with this one first of all. Getting into the things, so nation state and emerging cyber threats. These are here, right? Bob Flores had an amazing opening keynote for us, and he shared that cyber warfare is here. It's not hypothetical, and so we need to do the right things to protect this. I really liked Adrian's presentation as well too. So Adrian talked about defending operational technology. So back to these critical infrastructure, how do we protect these things? So when I think of nation state, when I think of emerging cyber threats, I thought the two of them captured that really well. Adrian took us down the whole Ukraine power grid. That was really exciting to see. And Nagraj talked about hybrid security. I thought it really hit on point with what we were talking about here. So super cool stuff there. The second theme I came up with here was, okay, cloud security is a different game for us, isn't it? So Anton Chivakin, I mean, his was obvious. Is cloud weird? And maybe it is a little bit weird, but it also reminded us that we need to think differently in the cloud a little bit too, and you need to understand your environment. That's how cloud is going to be very different. Thomas talked about that too. So over at Wiz, who a lot of interesting things have happened over there recently, but what they've done to really understand vulnerabilities in the cloud today is really unique and special what they're doing there. You know, I know I talked about Nagraj already here, but the hybrid cloud element too. That's how cloud is different. Or cloud is different because we're now immersed across multiple environments, not just multiple cloud environments, but even we still have a mix of on-prem and cloud and multiple systems and multiple environments, which makes what we do a little bit different with our approach. And if we go back to Jonathan as well too, I think Jonathan and the garage really covered all about this, context matters in the cloud. So as we use native capabilities and additional cloud capabilities to get more context, it gives us a better picture. It helps us quantify risks. And I think that's how cloud is much different. And I thought there was a theme amongst these 4 presentations here. Rolling right into this too. So proactive security is going to be super important. Context, prioritization, threat modeling. That's what we got from these 3 presentations. So Michael St. He really talked to us about how to mitigate these threats and increase our time to response, to activities, getting better context through the cloud. Kavitha, she talked to us about threat modeling. Yeah, threat modeling is a super important, proactive way to engage in security. And Thomas, replaying Thomas's, back to just giving us more context. How do we get better context so that we can prioritize fixes that matter to us? Those are important things that the 3 of these really presented to us. AI is reshaping security. I think that's a certain thing too. Some were arguing for better or for worse, and I think there's going to be a balance as we learn to figure these things out. Nate Lee, I really loved what he walked us through. He talked us through the whole agentic AI system. We looked at a bunch of different threats like prompt injection and AI-powered identity abuse. I thought that was really good stuff just to see that, hey, for agentic systems, we're going to have a lot of autonomy, and we're going to need more autonomy because there's going to be some things that we're not going to be able to predict. Top threats to cloud. Mark and Michael, this is excellent, right? How did the CSA top threats, what does that look like with an AI security lens? I thought that was a great presentation to understand how cloud threats impact AI and how AI is impacting the top threats that we're seeing in the cloud. Jonathan, oh my gosh, we already talked about him too, but again, AI-driven security here too. I thought he put that into his presentation a lot too. AI just driving security operation systems, and how we're building out cloud-native security. This is what a fun one for me too. So highlighting Mari, Smina, Kurt, Seafried, and I'm missing Paul and Alex on this slide here too. This is a great collaboration between CSA and MITRE, actually building out an AI threat tool so that we can identify threats faster, not just threats that we know, but unknown threats, and then we can actually categorize that into how do we fix these things in our particular cloud environments. So a great automated tool that CSA and MITRE have tag teamed on that for a while now too, trying to really understand the threat modeling, or not just the threat modeling, but trying to understand the threat landscape a little bit more, and then also try to develop tools that are going to help people to mitigate and protect against those. I loved Bruno's presentation here too, and it really highlighted to me the future of security, and quantum is a big part of that. Not just AI, quantum. There's an identity element to what Nagraj had talked about earlier. There is a digital custody element to what Gokhan talked about too. I like bringing things together. I think blockchain is still very relevant. I think the crypto space is still very relevant, and understanding how that impacts cloud, understanding the threat landscape there was really important. How we put that together. And the final thing too, just to close this down here, is that we need a collaborative security innovation. And Raj Samani couldn't have made it more clear that we can't do this on our own. We need partnerships. We need to do this together with good research. We need to have better training for our teams and individuals. And highlighting once again the ultimate in collaboration and partnership between CSA and MITRE on what we've done together for the Caveat program and the Caveat tool. And that was kind of it for me. Boy, thanks again for attending. There's a lot that went on these last 2 days. And so hopefully summarizing this can make it a little bit more clear for you to share with your friends. Here's a quick recap again. Nation state threats, yes, they're real. They're not slowing down, and we can do something about that. Cloud security is different. Context is everything. AI is a weapon. The future is quantum identity and digital custody. And security is a team sport. So there it is. Thanks again for coming. If you want to fast forward the last 10 minutes to this last slide, maybe this summarizes the best. We'll see you next time.